We're rolling?
All right, we're rolling.
All right. Jeff Spencer, I was curious, over the course of, the several different phases of a construction project, are there any key points where, for example, let's say you're running 4 crews on 4 different jobs, one of those crews is held up for some reason. What sort of phases throughout that project can you take that extra crew, bring him up to maybe do some work that was planned in the future that you could push up? Are there any circumstances like that?
Yeah, they are. Especially the bigger the project, the more likely you can make that happen. What I say is, like, a lot of times, you may be laying on a water line, fire line, sanitary sewer, and maybe it makes a loop, around the whole building, big warehouse building or something. And you got, different areas. Like, you got one crew work on this side. This building may be, 400 or 500 feet long. So you can put one on the other side of the building. Let them start, and they meet in the middle, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There may be, an instance where you're working on sanitary sewer, which is going to go in first because it's the deepest, usually the deepest on the project. So your sanitary sewer goes in. Well, you need another crew. You can get them start laying, either storm or water, because that's the next shallowest,
Mm-hmm.
utilities. So they can start right there. Grading, it's kind of a catch-22. If you've got a big enough grade crew on a site and you got another grade crew that may be called up or kind of in limbo for 2 or 3 weeks, that may be tough. You may have to kind of disperse them up, split the crew up in like 2 or 3 different jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Because generally you've got enough equipment there to do the grading site. You don't really want to start mobilizing or remobilizing that much equipment because, when you're doing like a big grade site, you're talking maybe 10, 15, 20 pieces of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't want to start moving, that much equipment around, so it's better just to kind of leave the equipment setting to save on remobilization and then take your men and, like, maybe this crew over here needs 1 or 2 guys, this crew over here may need 1 or 2 guys,
Yeah.
kind of split them up. And then if you don't, maybe you got some smaller projects. You can break them up in 2 or 3 different crews and start tackling some of these smaller projects and get them knocked out, stuff that you've kind of had waiting to fill gaps. And that's what we do a lot of times, is like we try to save some of our smaller projects for when we're in between jobs and we take a crew, go over and knock them out in a hurry, or we got, a bunch of rain got delayed or kind of weather issues, and then we can take our crews and keep them busy, like working in the street somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
Stuff of that nature.
You put your crew on the streets?
Sometimes. If it pays more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man's got to do what man's got to do.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to eat.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot of ways, to move your men around and make it work. And main thing is knowing your crews. And we try to move people up, in the ranks.
Mm-hmm.
So you've generally got some operators and stuff out there that are looking in the near future of being possibly another foreman. And so, like, if you do have to split your crew up, you've usually got 1 or 2 good operators that have good leadership roles, that can read blueprints, shoot grade, stuff of that nature. And then you can give him 2 or 3 guys and let him go somewhere. Gives him a little more experience at running a crew, kind of help prepare him,
Yeah.
and also keeps your guys busy.
A good opportunity to get some exposure
Right.
to that type of work.
Yes.
That's great.
But, maybe you got some stuff around the shop you've been putting off, and he's done. If it's just for a few days, you can send a crew of guys over there to clean up, haul off scrap metal. Maybe, you lay down yard stuff at your shop needs to be graded out and cleaned up. Let them work on that.
Mm-hmm. To keep them utilized.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, if you don't, in this day and time, in this market, if you've got guys and they feel like that you're not going to keep them busy, there's people out there, headhunters and everything else, that's looking
Yeah.
for good construction,
Yeah.
employees right now. So, yes, you need to make sure you're paying your guys good and the ones that deserve it, and make sure you make them feel like that there's job security there where they're not out looking for somewhere else to go.
Absolutely, because they have options.
Yes, exactly.
So that's great.
Do robots eat hot dogs?
No, but they suck a lot on them lithium batteries.
Interesting. All right, guys. We're going to call that a wrap.
All right.
Jeff, Thanks
Chris?
as always.
Appreciate it,
We'll
man.
see you guys on the other side.
See y'all.
Check us out. Google ProfitDig. Check us out. ProfitDig.com. We'll see you there. Later.